Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Ozcast.
All right, so, we always like to jump into some really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
And today we're diving deep into crypto.
Oh, yeah. Always a fun one.
Always fascinating.
Yeah.
You sent over a really interesting article from TRcrypto.news titled XRP surpasses Ethereum in 2025, but Lightchain AI could offer explosive 100x growth.
Yeah, I saw that one making the rounds.
Yeah, so...
Really interesting stuff.
I mean, just the title alone.
Right.
It's like, whoa!
Old predictions.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to unpack this for our listeners. Look at those market predictions. Look at the tech behind these cryptos and see if we can suss out what's really going on here.
Yeah, because it's one thing to make a prediction, but what would it actually take for that to come true?
Right.
So first up, XRP surpassing Ethereum in 2025.
Yeah, big claim.
Big claim.
Huge.
So, as of February 24th, 2025, XRP's market value is sitting at about $143.89 billion.
Okay.
Ethereum is significantly higher, $326.72 billion.
Yeah, that's quite a gap.
Quite a gap. So for XRP to actually overtake Ethereum, it would need to reach a price point of about $6 to $7.
Wow.
Assuming Ethereum stays relatively stable.
Okay. So assuming things hold steady.
Yeah, but that's a considerable jump.
It is.
So what's driving this kind of bullish outlook on XRP?
Well, I think one of the things that the article really highlights is the increasing institutional adoption that we're seeing with XRP.
So like the big players are starting to get involved.
Exactly. You've got banks, investment terms. They're starting to see the potential of XRP, and that lends a lot of legitimacy to a crypto.
And I would imagine it makes like the average investor feel more comfortable too.
Absolutely. If these big institutions are putting their money behind it.
Yeah.
It gives people more confidence.
But isn't Ethereum already pretty well established?
It is.
In the institutional world?
It is, especially when you look at DeFi, decentralized finance.
Right.
But XRP is really making a name for itself in a different area.
Okay.
Cross-border payments. And they've got some real-world examples, too.
Okay, like what?
Like MoneyGram, for instance. They're using XRP to reduce their transaction costs by up to 60%.
Wow.
Compared to traditional methods.
So they're actually like solving a real-world problem?
Exactly. They're not just speculating. They're actually using this technology to improve their business.
And that's got to be appealing to those financial players.
Oh, absolutely. They see that and they think, hey, maybe we can benefit from this too.
Right.
So I think that's a big driver.
Makes sense. And then on top of that, we're seeing, growing clarity when it comes to regulations worldwide.
Yes, this is huge.
I feel like for so long that was such a big question mark.
It was the Wild West out there, but now governments are starting to establish clearer guidelines.
Right.
And that reduces uncertainty. It makes investors more confident.
So less of the Wild West, more of like a,
Yeah, more of a regulated marketplace.
Yeah, regulated marketplace.
Yeah.
And that's probably boosting, XRP's potential even more.
Absolutely. I think it's a major factor.
Okay, cool. And then the article also mentions, Ripple, the company behind XRP,
right,
has been forming strategic partnerships.
Yes.
Do these also contribute to their growth potential?
Oh, absolutely. They're partnering with companies like Ondo Finance and Chainlink.
Yeah.
And these collaborations, they really expand XRP's utility.
Yeah.
They make it more appealing to developers, to users, to investors.
I see. So it's not just about the tech itself. It's about how it integrates with other things.
Exactly. It's about building an ecosystem.
Got it.
And showing that you're committed to innovation and growth.
Okay. So XRP seems like it's got a lot going for it.
It does.
But let's shift gears now and talk about this newcomer, Lightchain AI.
All right. The up-and-comer.
The potential disruptor.
Yeah, they've been making a lot of noise lately.
They just wrapped up this incredibly successful pre-sale, raising $16.8 million.
At just 2.0006 per token.
Wow.
That's generating a lot of buzz.
It is, and I can see why.
Yeah.
But what is it about them that makes them stand out from the crowd?
Well, I think it's their focus on really cutting-edge technology.
Okay.
They're not just trying to ride the coattails of the existing trends.
Right.
They're actually trying to solve some of the biggest problems in the blockchain space.
Okay, so what are some of those groundbreaking features?
Well, one of the things that really sets them apart is their AI-powered security framework.
Okay.
Security is a huge deal in the blockchain world,
Yeah.
and their system is designed to detect and mitigate risks in real time.
So it's like a constantly evolving security system.
Exactly. It's like having an incredibly vigilant security guard watching over your assets.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
Especially for people who are, a little bit nervous about the security of crypto.
Absolutely. It takes a lot of the worry out of it.
Right. And they've got another interesting feature.
They do.
This cross-chain integration system.
Yeah.
Okay, break that down for me.
Okay, so think of it this way. Right now, you've got all these different blockchain networks operating in isolation, kind of like separate islands.
Okay.
What Lightchain AI is doing is building bridges between those islands,
Okay.
allowing for seamless communication and interaction between different blockchains.
So it's like breaking down those barriers.
There's no more isolated ecosystems.
Wow, wouldn't that be a complete game changer for blockchain as a whole?
It has the potential to be revolutionary.
I mean, imagine if you could just transfer assets and data
Right.
between different blockchains
Right.
as easily as you send an email.
It would open up so many possibilities
Yeah.
for developers, for users, for everyone.
So you've got XRP,
Mm-hmm.
this established player focusing on, revolutionizing payments and finance.
Right.
And then you've got Lightchain AI, this newcomer,
Uh-huh.
aiming to redefine blockchain technology altogether.
It's an interesting contrast.
They seem to be targeting different segments of the market.
XRP is building on their existing strengths in the financial world,
Okay.
while Lightchain AI is charting a new course with their focus on the security and interoperability.
And I imagine they both offer, potential investment opportunities, but with different risk profiles.
Absolutely. XRP has a track record.
Right.
It's a more established player, so it might be considered a safer bet.
Yeah.
Whereas Lightchain AI offers the potential for explosive growth,
Right.
but with inherently higher risk because it's new and untested.
So it really comes down to, the individual investor's goals
Exactly.
and their risk tolerance.
Yeah. Do you prioritize stability and a known entity,
Yeah.
or are you willing to embrace higher risk for potentially greater rewards?
And that's why it's so important to do your own research.
Absolutely.
It's tempting to just jump on the bandwagon when you hear about something exciting,
Right.
but you really need to take the time to understand the technology, the team behind it, the potential risks and rewards.
Couldn't agree more. Informed decision-making is crucial in this space.
Yeah, the crypto space is still relatively young.
It is.
And while there's this immense potential for growth, there's also a lot of volatility. So it's a captivating space to watch, but you got to be careful.
You do.
So we've explored how these established players like XRP are evolving.
Right.
We've gotten a glimpse of the exciting possibilities that newcomers like Lightchain AI are bringing to the table.
Yeah, the next few years are going to be really interesting.
They are as these technologies mature
Uh-huh.
and find their place in the market.
Absolutely.
But, one thing's for certain,
What's that?
it's an exciting time to be following the world of crypto.
It is.
But before we move on, I want to leave you with a thought to ponder.
Okay, I like a good brain teaser.
If blockchain technology is all about decentralization and empowering individuals,
Yeah.
could the future of crypto be less about these individual coins,
Okay.
like XRP,
Interesting.
and more about interconnected ecosystems like what Lightchain AI is building?
That's a really compelling question.
Yeah, it challenges us to look beyond the hype
Yeah.
and think about the long-term implications of this technology.
It really gets to the heart of what blockchain is all about.
It does.
Yeah.
But okay, let's bring it back down to earth for a moment.
Okay.
For someone who's just starting to dip their toes into the world of crypto,
Yeah.
what would you say are the key takeaways from our discussion today?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that this landscape is incredibly dynamic.
Right.
What's hot today might be old news tomorrow.
Totally.
So you got to stay informed. You got to do your research. You got to be willing to ask questions.
It's like any investment, you wouldn't buy stock in a company
Right.
without understanding their business model and their future prospects.
Exactly. Crypto is no different.
Yeah.
You got to do your due diligence.
Another key takeaway is that there are different types of cryptocurrencies out there,
Yes.
each with its own unique features, strengths, and risks.
Absolutely. And you need to understand what you're investing in
Right.
and why.
Like we were just talking about with XRP and Lightchain AI.
Exactly.
They both exist in the crypto world,
Uh-huh.
but have very different goals.
Right. XRP is focusing on disrupting the financial sector. Okay. While Lightchain AI aims to revolutionize blockchain technology itself.
So diversification is key.
Absolutely. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, spread your investments across multiple projects and asset classes to mitigate your risk.
Exactly.
And finally, I think it's crucial to remember that this space is still relatively young.
It is.
There's huge potential for growth and innovation, but there's also a lot of uncertainty.
Absolutely.
So approach it with caution.
Yeah.
Be willing to learn.
And adapt. Yeah, because things are changing all the time.
Don't get swept up in the hype.
Right.
But don't be afraid to explore and see what's out there.
It's an exhilarating time to be involved in crypto.
It is.
But you got to do so with your eyes wide open.
Yeah, well said.
Thanks.
Now, I know we touched on this earlier, but I want to make sure our listeners understand that all these predictions we've been talking about, they're predictions.
Right. Nobody has a crystal ball.
Nobody has a crystal ball, especially in the unpredictable world of crypto.
Especially in crypto, things can change on a dime.
Remember that time Bitcoin crashed like 80% and everyone thought it was the end?
Oh, yeah.
And then it bounced back stronger than ever?
It did.
The point is,
What is it?
Don't panic if things don't go exactly as predicted.
Right.
You know, ride the waves, do your research, and make informed decisions.
That's the best advice anyone can give in this space.
Yeah. The crypto market is inherently volatile.
It is.
But that volatility is also part of what makes it so captivating.
It's the high-risk, high-reward scenario.
It is. So let's talk about those rewards for a second.
Okay.
We talked about XRP potentially surpassing Ethereum.
Right.
Lightchain AI's impressive presale. What does this all mean for someone who might be considering investing in crypto?
Well, the potential upside is immense.
Yeah.
If XRP manages to overtake Ethereum, that would mean significant gains for early investors.
You know what they say, the early bird gets the worm?
That's right. And as for Lightchain AI, their pre-sale success has already generated so much buzz.
Yeah.
If they can actually execute their roadmap and deliver on their promises, their token could see exponential growth.
We're talking like 100x growth, as the article suggests.
It's certainly within the realm of possibility, but again, we have to manage expectations.
Right.
There are no guarantees in the crypto market.
No.
Invest only what you can afford to lose and don't let greed cloud your judgment.
Wise words.
Thank you.
So we've talked about the potential risks and rewards, but let's delve a bit deeper into the specific features of these cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
What are some of the key things that make XRP and Lightchain AI stand out?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, XRP has a strong foothold in the financial world.
Okay.
It's designed for fast and efficient cross-border payments, and it's already being used by major banks and institutions.
So it's got that real-world utility.
It does.
Which is always a positive indicator.
Absolutely. And then you have Lightchain AI, which is really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with blockchain technology.
Yeah, their AI-powered security framework and cross-chain integration system.
Yeah.
Those sound like potential game changers.
They do. They have the potential to be revolutionary.
Yeah.
If they can deliver on their promises.
Right.
It could make blockchain more secure, more efficient, more accessible to the masses.
So it's not just about making money. It's about actually improving the technology and expanding its usefulness.
Exactly. It's about building a better future.
And sometimes those innovations lead to massive financial gains.
They do.
Which is a nice bonus.
It is, but it's important to remember that the financial aspect should be secondary to the technology itself.
Right.
Invest in projects that you believe in, projects that are solving real problems and building a better future.
That's a fantastic way to approach crypto investing.
Thank you.
Don't just chase the hype. Invest in projects that are making a tangible difference.
Absolutely.
Now, speaking of making a difference, there's another aspect of the crypto world that I think is worth mentioning.
What's that?
And that's the potential social impact.
Oh, yeah.
You know, cryptocurrency has the power to empower individuals and communities in ways that were never before possible.
Absolutely. Think about those unbanked populations around the world.
Yeah.
Crypto could give them access to financial services they've never had before.
It's like taking power away from those.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast. Ozcast. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Big banks and institutions.
Right.
Putting it back in the hands of the people.
That's the idea.
It could also facilitate things like microlending.
Yeah.
And peer-to-peer transactions, which could help lift people out of poverty and create more equitable economic systems.
It's a powerful tool for social change.
It is. And of course, there are challenges.
Of course.
But the potential is definitely there.
Absolutely. It's a whole new world of possibilities.
It is, and it's just getting started.
It is.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today. From market predictions to technological innovations to the potential social impact of crypto.
Uh-huh.
But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to circle back to our listener.
All right.
Offer some practical advice
Okay.
on how to navigate this complex and ever-changing world.
Always a good idea.
First and foremost, do your research.
Absolutely.
Don't just jump into something because you heard it was a good investment.
Right.
Take the time to understand the technology, the team behind it,
Yeah.
the potential risks and rewards.
Knowledge is power, especially in the world of crypto.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
There are tons of resources available online,
Uh-huh.
and there are plenty of people who are willing to help you learn.
The crypto community is very welcoming and supportive.
It is. So don't hesitate to reach out.
Right.
And finally, remember that this is a long game.
It is.
Don't expect to get rich quick.
No.
Invest what you can afford to lose and be patient.
Absolutely.
The crypto world is still in its early stages. And the biggest rewards will go to those who are in it for the long haul.
Those are some excellent tips, and I would add one more thing.
Yeah.
Diversify your portfolio.
Yeah.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across multiple projects and asset classes to mitigate risk.
That's great advice. And speaking of risk, I think it's important to emphasize once again that crypto is a highly volatile asset class.
Absolutely.
Prices can fluctuate wildly.
They can.
And there's always the potential for loss. So be sure to invest responsibly
Right?
and only with money that you can afford to lose.
Crypto is not for the faint of heart.
It's not.
But for those who are willing to do their research, manage their risk, and stay informed,
Yeah.
it can be an incredibly rewarding investment.
Well said. So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive into the world of crypto,
Okay.
I want to leave our listener with a final thought to ponder.
Okay. Intrigued.
We've talked a lot about the potential for financial gain,
Yeah.
but I think it's crucial to remember that crypto is about more than just money. It's about building a more decentralized, more equitable,
Yeah.
more transparent world.
Absolutely.
So as you continue your crypto journey, ask yourself,
Okay.
what role do you want to play in this revolution?
That's a powerful question to consider.
It is. Are you in it for the quick buck,
Yeah.
or are you in it for the long-term vision?
It comes down to what kind of impact you want to have.
Exactly. And remember, even if you're not a tech expert or a financial whiz,
Right.
you can still contribute to the crypto revolution.
You can.
Support projects that align with your values.
Yeah.
Spread the word about the benefits of blockchain. Help to educate others.
Every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps. We're all in this together,
We are.
building the future of finance and technology.
Well said.
All right, I think it's time to wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground, but as always, there's so much more to explore in the world of crypto.
It's a constantly evolving landscape, that's for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
But that's also what makes it so fascinating.
Absolutely.
So to our listener, thank you for joining us on this journey.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
We hope you've learned something new, gained some valuable insights, and maybe even sparked a new passion for the world of cryptocurrency.
It's an exciting world out there,
It is.
full of possibilities.
So until next time,
Until next time.
happy cryptoing.
Happy cryptoing. It really is fascinating how individual actions can contribute to something so huge, like a financial revolution.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But let's get back to XRP and Lightchain AI for a sec.
Okay.
We've touched on their unique features, but I think it would be really helpful to break them down even further for our listener.
Yeah, good idea. Let's unpack those a little more.
Okay, so starting with the XRP and its role in cross-border payments.
Uh-huh.
Can you give us a specific example of how that actually works, in practice?
Sure. So imagine you're a business owner and you need to send a payment to a supplier in another country. Traditionally, this would involve going through all these intermediaries, each taking their cut, and the whole process could take days.
Not to mention all the paperwork. It can be a real headache.
Exactly, a real nightmare. But with XRP, that entire process is streamlined.
Okay.
The payment can be sent directly from your bank to the supplier's bank almost instantly and with way lower fees.
So it's faster, cheaper, and more efficient.
Exactly.
Sounds like a win-win for everyone involved except maybe those intermediaries.
Well, that's the disruptive nature of blockchain technology. It
Right.
cuts out the middleman. It empowers individuals and businesses to transact directly with each other.
And that ties back to what we were talking about earlier, with decentralization and the potential for greater financial inclusion.
Absolutely. It all comes full circle.
It does. Okay, so let's switch gears now to Lightchain AI.
Right.
And one of their standout features is that AI-powered security framework.
Right.
Can you elaborate on how that actually works to protect users and their assets?
Sure. So it's actually even more sophisticated than just, constantly scanning the blockchain for threats.
Okay.
It uses machine learning algorithms to analyze massive amounts of data in real time,
Right.
identifying patterns and anomalies that might indicate a security breach.
So it's like having a really highly trained detective constantly on the lookout for any suspicious activity.
That's a great analogy. And because it's powered by AI, the system is constantly learning and adapting.
Okay.
So it actually becomes more effective over time.
So it's always one step ahead of the bad guys.
That's the goal.
That's impressive. Okay, now what about their cross-chain integration system?
Right.
We talked about it conceptually, but can you give us a real-world example of how this could benefit users?
Sure. Imagine you're a developer building a decentralized application, a dApp.
Right.
Right now, you're probably limited to working within a single blockchain ecosystem.
Okay, kind of like being stuck in one walled garden.
Exactly. But with Lightchain AI's system, you can break free from those limitations. Your dApp can interact with multiple blockchains seamlessly.
Wow.
Accessing a much wider range of data users and functionalities.
So it opens up a whole new world of possibilities for developers.
It does. And for users, it means a much more seamless and user-friendly experience.
Yeah.
They won't have to worry about navigating different blockchains or converting their assets.
Right. So it's all about creating a more unified and accessible blockchain ecosystem.
Exactly. Breaking down those barriers, making it easier for everyone to participate.
Okay, so that's a really compelling vision.
It is.
But let's be realistic for a second. These technologies sound incredible.
They do.
But they're still in their early stages.
Early days.
What are some of the challenges that they might face in achieving wider adoption?
That's a great question, and it's important to acknowledge that no technology is without its hurdles.
Right.
So for XRP, one of the main challenges, I think, is overcoming the perception that it's too closely tied to Ripple the company. Some people worry about centralization. Potential conflicts of interest.
So it's that classic tension between centralization and decentralization that we always see in the crypto world.
It is, and Ripple needs to continue to build trust and demonstrate that XRP is truly an open and decentralized network if they want to achieve mainstream adoption.
And what about Lightchain AI?
Well, one of the biggest challenges for any AI-based system is ensuring its accuracy and reliability. If their security framework generates false positives or fails to detect real threats, that could really damage user confidence.
Yeah, because security is like paramount.
It is.
In this space. So any vulnerabilities could be detrimental.
Absolutely. Another challenge is scalability. As the blockchain ecosystem grows, Lightchain AI needs to make sure that its technology can handle the increasing volume of transactions and data.
Yeah, scalability is a common issue in the tech world, so
it is.
It's not surprising that it would be a concern here as well.
Right. And then I think for both XRP and Lightchain, AI regulatory uncertainty remains a major obstacle.
Yeah.
Governments around the world are still figuring out how to approach crypto.
Right.
And any sudden changes in regulations could have a significant impact on their adoption.
It's like a constant balancing act.
It is.
Between innovation and regulation.
Yeah.
And it's hard to predict how that's going to play out in the long run.
It is. It's a space to watch closely.
It is, but despite these challenges, the potential of these technologies is undeniable.
It is.
If they can overcome these hurdles, they could fundamentally reshape the way we interact with finance and technology.
I agree. It's an exciting prospect.
It is, and I'm eager to see how it all unfolds.
Me too.
But for now, let's zoom out a bit. Talk about the broader crypto market.
All right.
We focused on XRP and Lightchain AI. But there are thousands of other cryptocurrencies out there.
There are.
How can our listener make sense of this overwhelming landscape and identify potential investment opportunities?
That is the million-dollar question.
It is.
And unfortunately, there's no easy answer.
Right.
But I can offer some guidance.
Okay. I'm sure our listener would appreciate that.
Hopefully.
So what are some key things to look for when evaluating a cryptocurrency?
Okay, well, first and foremost, understand the problem the project is trying to solve.
Okay.
Is it a genuine problem? And is the proposed solution innovative and feasible?
This is about looking beyond the hype and assessing the real-world utility of the project.
Exactly. Next, take a close look at the team behind the project.
Okay.
Do they have a proven track record?
Right.
Are they transparent and accountable?
It's like investing in any other company. You want to make sure the people at the helm are competent and trustworthy.
Precisely.
Wow.
And of course, you need to carefully evaluate the technology itself.
Right.
Is it sound? Is it secure? Is it scalable?
It's all about doing your due diligence.
Yes.
And understanding the technical underpinnings of the project.
Absolutely. And finally, don't underestimate the importance of community.
Oh, okay.
A strong and engaged community can be a major asset for any cryptocurrency.
So it's about finding projects that have a passionate following.
Right.
And a shared vision for the future.
Exactly. By considering these factors, you can start to narrow down the field.
Okay.
And identify projects that have real potential.
That's incredibly helpful advice. But I think it's important to reiterate that crypto investing is inherently risky.
It is.
No matter how much research you do, there's always the possibility of losing money.
Absolutely. Crypto is not a get-rich-quick scheme.
No.
It's a volatile asset class, and you should never invest more than you can afford to lose.
And remember, diversification is key.
Yes.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across multiple projects and asset classes to mitigate risk.
Wise words.
And if you're ever unsure about something, don't hesitate to seek advice from a qualified financial advisor.
Excellent point. It's always best to consult with a professional before making any major investment decisions.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
Exploring the intricacies of XRP Lightchain AI and the broader crypto market.
Yeah.
But before we move on to our final thoughts, I'd like to shift the conversation to a slightly different angle.
Okay. Intrigued. What do you have in mind?
Let's talk about the philosophical implications of blockchain technology.
Okay. I like it. I think our listeners are ready to dive into that deeper level.
Well, one of the most compelling aspects of blockchain, I think, is its potential to create trust and transparency.
Okay.
In systems that have traditionally been really opaque and prone to corruption.
Right. It's like a digital ledger that can't be tampered with, creating a permanent and immutable record of transactions.
Exactly. And this has huge implications.
It does.
For everything from supply chain management to voting systems to charitable giving.
I mean, imagine a world where you could track the origin of your food, verify the authenticity of products, and ensure that your donations are actually reaching their intended recipients.
It's a powerful vision.
It is.
And one that blockchain is uniquely suited to realize.
Absolutely. But of course there are challenges.
Of course.
For blockchain to really reach its full potential, we need to address issues like scalability, interoperability, user adoption.
Right. And we also need to be mindful of the potential downsides of this technology.
Yes.
You know, for example, if blockchain is used to create surveillance systems or control access to information,
right,
it could have serious consequences for individual privacy and freedom.
It's a double-edged sword, as with any powerful technology.
Yeah.
It all depends on how we choose to use it.
It's a crucial point to consider as we embrace the transformative potential of blockchain. We need to be very vigilant in ensuring that it's used for good.
Absolutely.
And not for ill.
I think that message resonates deeply with the values of the crypto community.
I think so too. It's about using technology to create a more just and equitable world.
Exactly. And that's what makes this space so exciting. It's not just about making money. It's about building a better future for everyone.
I love that sentiment. And I think it's a perfect segue into our final thoughts for our listener.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So to our listener who's been with us on this incredible journey through the world of crypto, I want to leave you with this.
Okay.
As you continue to explore this space, remember that you're not just investing in technology, you're investing in a vision for the future.
I like that.
A future that is more decentralized, more transparent, more empowering for individuals.
And remember, the future is not something that happens to us.
Right.
It's something we create.
Yes.
So be bold, be curious, and be a part of the crypto revolution.
Beautifully said. Okay, let's take a quick break and come back for our final thoughts and takeaways. Okay, we are back. And wow, my head is spinning with all the possibilities.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in, but super exciting stuff, you know?
Absolutely. So before we wrap up this whole deep dive, I want to make sure we give our listeners some key takeaways.
Yeah.
Good idea. I mean, we've covered a ton of ground today.
We have. It can be easy to get lost in the weeds.
It can. So first and foremost,
yeah,
what's the biggest takeaway you want our listener to walk away with?
I think the most important thing to remember is that the crypto landscape is constantly changing.
Yeah.
Like what's true today might be old news tomorrow.
It's a fast-paced world.
It is so. Continuous learning and adaptability are key.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to challenge those assumptions, question what you hear, and just stay curious.
So be an active participant in this space, not just a passive observer.
Exactly, yeah.
So that brings us to your second takeaway.
Yeah. And this one's big knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Like, the more you understand about blockchain technology, the better equipped you'll be to navigate this complex landscape and, make informed decisions.
It's true, whether you're thinking about investing or you just want to stay informed about this emerging technology.
Yeah.
It's crucial to take the time to educate yourself.
Absolutely. And there's a ton of resources out there.
Yeah.
Like, so much information available online and a really vibrant community of crypto enthusiasts who are always willing to help.
So don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
Connect with others. Share your knowledge.
It's all about community,
It is. We're all on this journey together.
We are. All right, so final takeaway, and this might be the most important.
Okay, hit me with it.
Remember that crypto is about more than just money.
That's a good one. And it's a thing we've talked about throughout our conversation.
We have, and I think it's worth repeating.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the hype, the potential for financial gains.
Right.
But blockchain technology has the power to create a more equitable, a more transparent, and a more sustainable world.
It's about empowering individuals, building trust, and creating systems that work for everyone.
Exactly, not just a select few.
So as you're out there exploring the world of crypto, ask yourself, what role do you want to play in shaping this future?
That's a good one.
How can you use this technology to make a positive impact on the world?
Powerful questions.
They are, and I think they really get to the heart of what makes crypto so compelling.
Yeah.
It's not just about technology. It's about values, vision, building a better future.
And remember, even small actions can have a ripple effect.
I love that.
Whether you're educating yourself,
Yes.
supporting projects that align with your values, or just spreading the word about blockchain,
Right.
you can contribute to this movement.
It's about collective action and a shared belief in a more decentralized and empowered future.
Well said.
Okay. I think that is a perfect note to end on.
It is?
We've covered so much today.
We have.
Explored some fascinating possibilities and hopefully sparked some new ideas for our listener.
An incredible journey.
So to our listener, thank you so much for joining us in this deep dive into the world of crypto.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope you found it insightful and thought-provoking, and maybe even a little bit inspiring.
The future is decentralized. The power is in your hands.
Until next time, happy cryptoing.
Happy crypto.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast. Ozcast. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.